Can you hear me now? Gosh darn it. I can't believe I did that. No sound. Sound is off. Can you hear me now? I think I'm good now. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, how about we rewind back to the top? Let's do this again. Wouldn't you know, all I got to do is press that little button to turn my mic on, and wouldn't you know it, I didn't do it. Okay, let's start over. Hello, and welcome to today's live stream. My name is Rob the Maritimer. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Good to see you. It's Tuesday. Did I say that? That might be the third time I said it, but I don't know what I said and what I didn't say. Yeah, 2 o'clock Tuesday. This is my regular live stream. I go live every week, sometimes twice a week. Tomorrow will be another dock party. That's number 4. That's the members only live stream that I do every second Wednesday. So the next one is tomorrow for those of you who are members of the channel. Yeah, what was I saying? What did I start to say? See, this is the thing. When you make a video, has this ever happened to you? It's happened to me. Have you ever sat down and pressed record on whatever, your audio, your camera, and filmed a video, and you're filming for 30 minutes, and you think you did a fantastic job or an okay job, and then only to find out you forgot to press record. Then you have to do it all over again. It's a horrible feeling. I've done it. I think a lot of you have done it too. I've heard a lot of people tell me that. It sucks. I'm just checking to make sure everything, is my volume okay? Works okay now. Yeah, no, sorry guys. That was my fault. Yeah, that's what I was saying. All I have to do is press a button, and I forgot to press the button to turn the mic on. Anyways, too many things to think about. This is why I need to make a video on how to do a live stream, so that maybe I could watch it and not forget how to do this. Anyways, what am I going to talk about today? What would you guys like me to talk about today? If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat, and I'd be happy to answer. If there's lots of questions, your best bet is to put QQQ in front of your question. That way, hopefully I won't miss it. I tend to be a little bit laggy with the questions because, you know, if you ask one, it might be 30 minutes before I get to yours. I just kind of go in chronological order, the order that they came in. Yeah, why don't I just get right into the chat before I talk about, well, no, before that, I should get in the habit of saying this off the top every time. If you want some free tools to help you grow your YouTube channel, I've got links in my description down below. There are 3 things. 2 are things you can download. One is a stats tracker. It's basically a spreadsheet in Excel or Google Sheets format that I use to track my own channel, and you're welcome to a copy of that if you want. There's a link below, the YouTube stats tracker. The other one is a checklist. I always get confused. Some places I call it a checklist, other places I call it a guide. But basically, it's my process, the steps that I follow to make my videos, and I've created a PDF. I think it's around 10 pages. You can download that as well, the Over 40 YouTube Success Guide or Success Checklist. And the third thing is Creators Cove. That's a community you can join for free. Again, I've got like 600, getting close to 700 people in that community now. Not all are active all the time, but it's a great resource to go in, log in, ask questions, answer questions, introduce yourself. A lot of people over 40 who are, not that that's a rule, but just tends to be that way. Most people who like my content tend to be over 40. So there you go. And yeah, just a supportive community. You can ask questions. I try to answer as many as I can as well. So feel free to sign up for that and join Creators Cove. I'd love to see you in there. Yeah, why don't I just jump right into the chat? If you have any, and see if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them, and we'll go from there. All right, so who we got? We got Boston Bob. Hi, folks. Babe Solo. How to put video links on my live stream to show a footage I'm speaking on. Okay, so if you're doing a live stream, so you want video, the best thing to do, if you want a clickable link, because any text you put on your screen during a live stream, like I've just done with your message there, anytime you put something like that on the video, that can't be a clickable link. So if you want something that's clickable, you have to put it in the description of your live stream, and then your viewers would be able to see it below your live stream, below the video, right? If you just scroll down here on my page, this live stream that you're watching, you'll see that I have a description, and in that description there are links. So all you do is you put that in, once you set up your live stream, if you don't do it, if you don't create the links right away, you can always go back in, click edit, and add your links in there. Okay, so pretty simple to do, but if you've never done it before, I suppose it's not that simple. Okay, so I hope that helps. Let's see what else we got here. All about the alternative. Good afternoon. How you doing? You just missed the last one. It had just ended. I'm sorry to hear that, but good to have you in this one. Okay, let's see what else. Other question. Just scrolling, looking for questions here. Oh, I put pictures of what I'm talking about all the time. Oh, sorry. Did I miss a question? So if you want to put pictures of what you're talking about in a live stream, is that, am I understanding that correctly? That would depend on the software that you're using. So I use Ecamm Live, and I could easily bring an image into this if I wanted to, and then display it live. And I believe, like StreamYard, you can upload an image as well, and display it or not, things like that. But oh, you just said that wasn't a question. Okay. Well, hopefully it answered a question for somebody. We've got Brad W. here. How you doing, Brad? Good to see you here. Greatly appreciate everything you do. You're phenomenal, Rob. Oh, shucks. Thank you very much. Appreciate the kind words. Adventure with me. Looking forward to the live stream. Welcome. The Accidental Software Engineer. Welcome to you. Alan retired in the Philippines. Good for you, Alan. That's awesome. Hello, everyone. Should be another good show. I hope so. I think it will be. It's as good as you guys want it to be. Whatever. It depends on the questions you ask me. How's that? Or if there's anything you want me to demonstrate, feel free to ask that as well. I could jump into Canva and show you how to do a thumbnail if you want, or show a little bit of video editing, whatever you'd like me to show you. I've spent the last few days learning about audio. Most interesting. Yeah, audio, it is interesting. I like it too. Some people say it's more important to have good audio in your videos and live streams than it is to have good video. I think the way I've heard it put is that people will excuse bad video if the content is good. The content has to be good no matter what. But they won't excuse bad audio. Like if there's crackling or too much wind interference and stuff like that, people tend to be turned off by that, even if the content is good. So just something to keep in mind. Good to know. Good to try to get the best possible audio you can. Dennis the Menace, fresh and ready to attend. Awesome. Super Life Nija. Hi, Rob. You promised to drop a video on how to conduct a live stream like you normally do on YouTube. Thanks. Yes, I did. And you guys keep reminding me. It's a hard one to make. I still haven't made it yet. Just come out and say that right now. I still haven't made it. It's been a busy weekend. That is something. It's still on my list to do that. It's harder than you might realize. So that's what happens. I get in the mode of wanting to make a video, and I start going down that path, and then there's just other, I guess, low-hanging fruit. Like I'll get some comments or questions when I'm answering my comments in my videos, and I'll think, well, that I can make a video on that pretty quick. Let's go outside and shoot that, and then I can have that out tomorrow. You know what? You know what I mean? Whereas the live stream one, there's a lot of prep involved in that, and that's going to be a multi-day affair. So, but I will do that. I will do that. I'll just jump right to the end because I see that on my other feed here. Use real name or subject. What is that about? Is that about for your channel name? I like it when you use your first name in your channel name. That's something I prefer because especially if you're going to be in your videos, you want to make it as easy as possible for people to know who you are and to know your name. Especially if So I've watched videos in the past where, the channel name might just be a generic name or like a business name, right? Not the person's name at all. And then I'll start watching the video and might go through most of the video and I still don't know what the person's name is. So that's a little bit of a pet peeve of mine. And if you're not great at remembering to introduce yourself relatively early in the video, I think it's a great idea to have your first name in the channel name, because then it'll be displayed there all the time below whatever video people are watching. Like the way I've done it. So Rob the Maritimer. The Maritimer is not my last name. But if I press this button here and share this, so this is my channel. If I click on a video to watch it, I'll just pause it here. Somebody's watching this and I forget to introduce myself, they can just look below the video down here and see there's my name. Okay, so rate it because that's the channel name. All right, so I like doing it that way. It's not imperative because your channel name doesn't actually affect how your videos do, right? It's just it's how people remember you, right? If you want people to remember you, like let's say they don't actually see. Let's say you have somebody who's watched one of your videos before and they want to try to find that or find your video again. They may try to search for the subject matter. They may or may not find it. If they know your channel name, that would help. So if your channel name is relatively simple, easy to remember, catchy, right? Nothing too long that'll be hard to remember. Just simple and catchy. Then people can type it in and perhaps find you that way if they've seen something of you before. But aside from that, it doesn't affect your video's performance at all. Okay. So how's that for a long question that I don't even think was asked? That's what I do. Hello, Rosanny. How you doing? Good to see you. Good day, Jane. Good to see you. Babe Solo has another question. How to add music to my intro? Well, you would, first of all, you want to find royalty-free music. You don't want to put music that you hear on the radio or, commercial music, because you'll get flagged, copyright strike perhaps, or sometimes the copyright owner will let it just play, but you'll never be able to monetize that video. They will, but more often than not, I think people will they'll want it removed. So royalty-free music, and then that's up to your question. It's dependent on the video editing software that you use. So it's probably done differently depending on whatever software you use. You would just bring that in, the music, put it on a separate track, shorten it probably. Let me just show you real quick. If I share my screen here, let me get rid of that and let me bring down Camtasia. So you may or may not use Camtasia, but here we go. This is, let's bring this video up here. So I'll show you how to do it on Camtasia, but it might be different if you use different software. So let me just rearrange this a little bit. So this is the last video I made. Let's just adjust things there. Okay, so this is the one. What was this even on? This is talking about all the YouTubers that helped me grow. That's right. That's what this one was. And then music. I did not put music at the beginning of this, but I'll show you how I would. Okay, let me zoom into the very beginning here.
Every YouTube creator that I know of follows other YouTube creators. That's how we learn.
Okay, so that's how it starts. Let's bring some music in. If I go, I'll show you this now. I just have to go to my projects. You have to download music first. So I use Epidemic Sound, and there's a link to that below if you're interested in trying that. But it's royalty. Once you sign up, you can download whatever music you find there and use that on royalty free. Okay, let me just resize this. I'll show you what I do. So, all right, just kind of rearranging my screens here a little bit so I can do this all on one screen and show you what I'm doing. Okay, so let's go to Epidemic Sound. Here we are. So let's search by, I don't know, what do we want to hear? Country music. Let's just type that in, and then let's see what we have. Always test them. All right, so let's try that one. So we come over here. We can favorite it if we want to, but I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to click this down arrow to download it. So we'll do that. The full mix in WAV format, download. That just downloaded to my computer. You can't see it because it's in my downloads folder. So let me get this out of the way. And so I now have this in my downloads folder. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag it into this editing program. So you're not going to see all of that, but here it is. I just clicked and dragged it from another window. So there it is. There is the song. And let's put it right back to the beginning. Okay. And here, let's just increase the size of this a little bit. And now I'm just going to play this.
Every YouTube creator that I know of.
Okay, so that is the song. It's too loud, so let's lower it a little bit. Down to 52.
Every YouTube creator that I...
Still too loud.
Every YouTube creator that I know of follows other YouTube creators.
Okay. And then at some point, so you're not going to want the music to play all the way through, or maybe you do, but I don't. You just asked about intro music, and that's typically what I do, intro and ending music. So let's say we just want this to play for, I don't know, 5 or 6 seconds or so. Let's play this until we want it to fade away, and I'll show you how to fade away and end it.
Every YouTube creator that I know of follows other YouTube creators. That's how we learn. In this video, I want to share with you several YouTubers.
Let's just go to there. And I'm going to right click and add a audio point. And then I'm going to right click and add another audio point over here. So what that does, so here I'm going to fade the audio from that point to this point down to 0. So I can cut and delete the rest of the music anytime after that point. So I'm just going to put the playhead there, press S for split, and then backspace to delete that. Okay? So this is my music. This is all I'm going to use. And I'm just going to click this point and drag it down to fade it out. Like that. So now let's play this.
So I want to share with you several YouTubers who I follow, who I subscribe to, and who I learn from. These are my favorites. And I'm sharing this with you because I think you might enjoy them. I don't look at other...
There you go. Quick little demonstration of how to add intro music. You can do the same thing at the ending. Other times I will, I'll create an intro where the music is much louder and I'm not even talking, and then maybe a screen pops up with some text. I'll have the music go louder for that. Yeah, all kinds of fun things. Well, for example, let me just show you this. This is not hard to show you. So let's say at this point, here, let's play this a little bit.
Every YouTube creator that I know of follows other YouTube creators.
Right there. Let's stop it there. I'm going to highlight this, split that. Let's just get this out of the way. I'm going to create some space here. Move this back.
Follows other YouTube creators.
So here I can add some text. Let's just go up and grab the text thing here. I don't know, here, I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger so we can see. Insert text here. Okay. Let's make it a little larger. Let's put it there. All right, so now let's go modify our music.
YouTube creators. That's how we learn.
Okay, so during that, I'm going to come in here and right click, add another audio point here, and then one at the end, audio point, and one right before that, audio. So 4 audio points. Now I can drag the middle part up and have it go louder. Okay, back up to 100%. So now it sounds like this.
Those other YouTube creators. That's how we learn. In this video, I want to share.
Okay, I might even actually lower this even more. Down to 19 or so. Let's drag. So you can play with all this. I can just drag that over there. Let's show this one last time.
Every YouTube creator that I know of follows other YouTube creators. That's how we learn. In this video, I want to share with you several YouTubers
like that. What do you think? How's that? How was that for a first demonstration of the day? I hope that helped, Babe Solo. So let's get right back in it. Hello, Hippie Crystal. How you doing? Let's see. We've got... see, the Banjo Journey. Hi to all. Hello. Good to see you. Okay, we've got Just Me, Nikki. Good to see you. Who else? Hi, gang. Alan James. How you doing, Alan? All right, Violetta is here today. Am I loud enough? You guys hear me? I feel like I just got softer there, quieter anyways. Any other questions, just let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them. Nikki is in Italy. Awesome. Very good. Oh, now we get to the messages. My sound was not on. Hello, Kitty. Is she still here? Oh, yeah. She's up on the chair behind me. Right back there. Right there. Yep, can't hear you. I fixed it. No sound, no sound, no sound. Thank you all. Can't hear a word, bro. All right, scrolling right through those. It's on. Good, yes. All right. Okay. I'm glad you're still human. Absolutely. We'll play right through the mistakes. All kinds of mistakes. I've got all kinds of mistakes. All right. Just looking for any questions. Hi, Peanut. For those who don't know, that is Peanut. Peanut, the cat. Peanut, who needs a shave very soon. She hasn't had a shave haircut since, I think, June of last year. Getting awfully hairy. I've got all kinds of cat hair in here. Yeah, you've done it too. Not realized your mic was on. Yeah, I hate that. That's happened to me as well. But what are you going to do? Just kind of laugh it off and keep going. Volume is fine. Awesome. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, what else we got here? Oh, video editing software. So I use Camtasia. That's what I just did that demonstration with. Camtasia is, I know it's not the most popular software for video editing. It was more known for creating tutorial videos and being really good at that. And it's been around a long time, and I used to use that a lot, like I'm going to say 10 years ago. And I just kept using it. I got more into video editing and making my own videos, and I just stuck with it, and I love it. I've used other things. I've used CapCut a little bit. I've used DaVinci Resolve a little bit more. And that's DaVinci Resolve is super powerful. You can do a lot with that, more than you can do with Camtasia. But some of the things that I've learned how to do in Camtasia, like animating things, displaying text and moving it across the screen, it is so easy in Camtasia. I can't even explain. I mean, something that I can do in seconds will take me half an hour in DaVinci Resolve. Now, maybe I would get quicker at it if I just got more used to it and I just forced myself to use the other software, but I haven't seen the need, right? So I'm totally happy with Camtasia, so that's what I continue to use. Yeah, so a lot of my all of my video editing videos on my channel, when I was doing more of those videos a year ago, are based on Camtasia. And that's what I'll show but I mean, all video editing programs are pretty much the same. You're going to have a timeline, you're going to have the canvas, which is you see what's going on in the video, and then you're going to have an area where you can like organize files or add properties and things like that. But for the most part, you edit in the timeline and you look at the canvas to make sure everything looks good. Right? You would use the canvas if you're placing objects on your video, like logos, images, text, things like that. But then again, you use the timeline to decide when they start and when they end, right? So yeah. Here's a question. Can I start with YouTube Shorts or videos? You can start with whichever you want, and you don't have to do both, okay? Some people do, but some people don't. I really don't do much with Shorts, and I say much because I have done Shorts, but it's been a long time. I think October. So it's been over 6 months since I've done a short. And even when I was doing them, I did them for around a month or 2 months or something like that. And I wasn't getting a lot of success out of them. But now what I was doing is I was using a program called Opus Clip to automatically create my shorts after uploading a long form video that I had already made that was doing well. And it was really good at that. It creates them really quickly. But I haven't really seen the benefit in doing that. And I've since done some research on it, and things that I've heard from other people is that, does that really help grow your channel? If your focus is long form videos, then I don't think it does help. But you can focus on shorts, and especially if you're coming from like the TikTok or the Instagram Reels world, and if you're used to making short form content like that, then shorts might be your thing. But for me, it's long form video. That's what I believe in. That's what I think is easier to make money with. That may not even be what you want to do, but yeah. So, but to answer your question, you can start with either. You can only do shorts, or you can only do long form, or you can do both. You can do whatever you want. Okay. How to add music to your intro. I think I just showed that, so hopefully that helped. How many subscribers before you do your first live stream? So I think I had a couple hundred when I did my first one, but don't let that stop you from starting before that. You can start at any time. Well, there is, if you're just going to go live from your phone, okay, then you need 50 subscribers, 50. But if you if you go live from your computer, you don't have that requirement. You can start with 1 subscriber. I don't think you need any. So yeah. Here's the thing: if you want to grow, wow, there's a lot of cat. I even dusted this room, and there's still cat hair flying all over the place. If you want to grow a channel, I think live streams are a fantastic way to help do that. Maybe not only doing live streams, but it's a great, so so I made a video recently that kind of described how my process, and it was a little more than a year ago. It was March of 2024 when I decided I'm going to do 1 live stream a week and post 3 videos a week. That was aggressive. That was a lot. And I don't say you have to do that. If you went live once a week and then if you made a video once a week and then say after a month of doing that, you decided to go live once a week as well, then, and leading up to that, tell people in your videos, so either a very, very quick intro, or as you're wrapping up at the end of your video, when you introduce yourself, tell people you're going to go live once a week. Tell people this, and pick a day, maybe a month before you plan to go live for the first time. And at the end of every video you make leading up to that, let them know what the date is. I'm going to go live every week, but my first one's going to be May 1st or whatever, at 2 o'clock Eastern time, or whatever you decide to do, whatever works for you. Then you're advertising, you're promoting yourself, right? You're advertising you're going to do that. People might be more inclined to subscribe when they hear that, right? Like you don't have to say things like, if you liked this, please subscribe to my channel, right? A lot of people say that. Everybody used to say that. I don't think it's necessary anymore. Not saying you can't. I mean, you can say it, but don't go out of your way. Don't block off 20 seconds of your video for the purpose of getting people to like and subscribe and blah, blah, blah. Because today people know. They know that if they liked your video and they want to see more from you, they're going to subscribe. Like, people know what the subscribe button is now. Maybe 10 years ago, they didn't know when YouTube was brand new, and most people going on YouTube were new with it. So, they needed some help. But yeah, start introducing that you're going to go live. And then when you do go live, yes, you have to have something to talk about, that first one. And yes, perhaps nobody will show up to that first one. That's a possibility, but that's okay. Because remember, when your live stream is done, your video is made. Like, that's the easiest video you'll ever edit, because as soon as you end the live stream, the video is done. It's available for people to watch. There's going to be a new live tab on your channel. If I just come back here, I'll just show you really quick. Open another tab, go to my channel. So let's go to the home page. There'll be a new tab here, will show up automatically, called Live. And people will be able to click that and watch all the live streams you ever do. Obviously, after you do one, there'll just be one here, but this is where they get logged, and people can watch them like a regular video, okay? Having said that, you may decide, well, you know what? I hated that. That went horribly. I don't want that live stream to exist anymore. Well, then you can delete it. That's no problem at all. And you just do that like you would delete any video in your YouTube studio. But so you do those live streams. Live streams bring in a lot of watch hours, like more than you would typically get from your videos, is what I noticed when I was starting them. And then in the live streams, you can talk about the videos you did and the videos you're planning on doing. Those are some ideas of things you can talk about. I love the whole Q&A thing, like what we're doing right here. You ask questions, I answer them. But if nobody's showing up to your live yet, then that's going to be hard to do. So just be prepared to talk about something or demonstrate something if you have the ability to share a screen. If you want to share a screen, I recommend having 2 monitors, right? So your second monitor can be, basically a blank canvas that you can put whatever it is you want to share. If you want to create a presentation, or just walk somebody through a website, or walk somebody through whatever it is you want to show, you can do that. Typically, if I didn't have a second monitor, that would be hard to do, because you'd also see the Ecamm Live software and all that. So your live streams will promote your videos will promote your live streams, and it becomes a machine that feeds on itself. And what I noticed is views and subscribers started to skyrocket once I started to do that. And the watch hours really took off. Okay. So, but again, to answer your question, you don't need any subscribers to start. And when I did my first one, not my first, but when I kind of restarted the channel a year ago, last March, I think I had 4 people show up to that first live stream. And at the time, I think I have that here somewhere. I drag that down. So I'm talking about, I had done, those are videos here. Here's for the live stream. So, that's 2022. So there. So I started my channel 4 years ago, but then I took a long break. No videos posted. I tried live streaming, so I had done it before, and then a really long break. Tried it there again, but here it really wasn't until February, March. Pretty much here. I mean, I know I did 3 in February, but these are my live streams. I did 2 in March. Anyway, at the time, my watch time was 200 hours, 280 hours a month, 320 hours a month. I was not monetized. I had 2,800 subscribers, but they were, for the most part, a lot of them were older, because my channel was 3.5 years old, right? So, but then here's where I started, 3 videos a week, right? And 1 live stream. And then the watch hours started to go up fast, 300 in the month, 800 in the month, 1,300. And then I had a viral video here, or no, not here, the next one, but still June, 2,000 hours. And boom, I got monetized at the end of May. So it happened within like 4 months of me recommitting and sorry, everything I'm showing you, you didn't see. I'm having a bad day. I just walked through this video here, this spreadsheet, and you guys couldn't see what I was doing. Sorry about that. This is my YouTube stats tracker, which you can download for free down below. It won't have my data in it, but I have a little video that you can watch to show you how I use it. Yeah, the live stream realities. It's crazy. What are we going to do? We're just going to laugh. I'm going to take a drink. Oh. And if you know me by now, you know I get sidetracked very easily. This is just flavored water today. I am on day, I think, 5 or 6 of no energy drinks. So I think I'm over the hump with the whole headache thing. I was having 2 to 3 of those a day for like years. So I've decided enough of that, even though they were sugar-free. So in my mind, they were healthy, but I don't think they are. So anyway, that's an aside. I might even make a video on that, because I don't know if any of you guys, I mean, a lot of people drink coffee. I don't like coffee, but a lot of people need something, caffeine. For me, it was energy drinks, and it allowed me to get up at 5 and work a lot. And yeah, I love them. But when you give that up, like cold turkey, I get headaches. So, but I think I'm over that hump now. I feel much better now. Anyways, that's an aside. What was I talking about? This spreadsheet here is my YouTube stats tracker, and it's how I track my progress. Okay, so in January 2021, I started my channel. I'm not going to go through all of this. I have a video where I go through all of this, but long and the short of it, I took a long break for several months here. I started up again here, but then we moved actually to a new house. I had to tear down my office and build this one. And then it was many months of not doing anything. I mean, my channel was still growing. Here's the new subscribers per month over here. So that was still growing, even though I wasn't posting videos. And then if we come here, so here, last March, right here, I was at 2,900 subscribers at the end of March. And my watch time was 2,800 hours no, that was in the last 12 months. That's what this column is. And I was getting 324 watch hours a month. But as soon as I committed to doing these live streams weekly, so I guess April would have been the first month I did that. Look what happened to my watch hours: 800, 1,300, 2,000. Okay, and I got monetized here. You needed over 4,000. I got monetized at the end of May. Right, so that's live streams. A big reason why I got monetized when I did, and it basically took 4 months from the time I recommitted myself to the channel and growing this. So, anyways, I hope that helped. Banjo journey. That was way more than you asked, but that's what I do. I go off on tangents. Oh, here we go. This is something I want to talk about as well. I have problems with speaking from the top of my head. How do you public speak so confidently? It's funny you should say that, because I'm still, I've never liked public speaking. Like, I hated it. I avoided it like the plague. Through school, through university, even when I worked, like my first real job, when I worked as an engineer, I had to do presentations for clients and stuff like that. I hated it. You know, I would get nervous and I would stumble over my words. But this is different. This is different. I'm kind of an introvert, so that's part of it too. I just don't feel comfortable getting up in front of a whole bunch of people and speaking. But this is different. It's talking to a camera. It's totally different than talking to a crowd. But the funny thing is, I've talked to people who are actually just end of last week. I had a call with somebody who taught public speaking, and they have trouble talking to a camera. And they explained that it's totally different. I can talk to people all day long, but when I look at a camera, I forget what I want to say. And I think most of the reason is because it's just not natural to talk to a camera. Camera doesn't look like a human being. So when you say make eye contact with the camera, what does that mean? Well, it means look at the lens. But until you do it, it's hard. And it's just something that takes practice. You just have to practice it. And for me, so to answer your question, how do I do it so confidently? It is just practice. I could not do this a year ago. I couldn't do this a year ago at all. Well, sorry, I was doing lives, okay? But when I was making videos is when I couldn't do it. Because again, that's something happens when you hit record on your camera, and then it's up to you to deliver the information. Something happens, and it's like if you mess up, it's like, oh, I gotta stop it and start it again. And I guess if you do it that way, it's just, and if you think that way, it's like, man, if I don't get this right, I'm just, I'm going to run out of space on my camera or whatever. But anyways, what I ended up doing is I just forced myself to do it. I just did it. I committed to making a video. This was last July. It was the first time I did it. It was last July. And that's still my best performing video ever. That first video that I did this way. Excuse me. And yeah, the way that evening went is I had some bullet points written down on a piece of paper, and I taped it to my tripod, and I knew roughly what I wanted to say, but I purposely did not write it out as a script, right? Because if you write something as a script, you're going to read it, okay? So I tried to keep my bullet points super short, just a few words and just a few bullet points. And, if I read 3 words, that would remind me, okay, yeah, I want to talk about that. And let's talk about that for 5 minutes. And then I decided to look at the camera like it was my friend. And think in terms of, okay, my friend just asked me a question. I'm going to answer that question now and look at the lens as if it was my friend. And and then I just try to be as natural as I can. I don't know about you, but I guess everybody's different. But for me, if I'm talking to somebody, I don't typically stare at them right in the eye all the time, right? I would do this, and I talk with my hands. I know I do, and I'll look. And if I'm searching for words, I'll look off to the. That's just the way I talk. That's the way I talk normally to people, and through practice, I've been able to, I guess, teach myself to do that with a camera. And I think what helps is that I'm not trying to be anybody else now. I don't know how many of you saw one of my recent videos was, I talk about, which one was that? What am I even talking? Did I just lose my train of thought again? Struggling to pick up your niche. Anyways, yeah, I think I just lost my train of thought. See, this is what happens. This is what happens when you get old. But yeah, I talk to the camera like it's my friend, and then I've practiced that ever since. But the first time I did it, I sat down and I looked at the camera and I told people, this is going to be hard. I'm doing this. I'm going to try to do this in one take, and if I make a mistake here and there, I'm leaving it in. I think I might have made 2 cuts in that video. But it took me many starts before I was able to do it. So I guess that answers your question. I don't always speak confidently. I want to get an intro out as best as I can. So I will write down maybe the first line of an intro if I think that's the way I want to start the video. Now, for that first video, I didn't. But now that's what I'm trying to do. And then I just talk. And refer to the bullet points if I have to. And if I completely forget where I am and have to look at the bullet points and stop talking, I'll look down at the bullet points and then I'll look back up. And I may even cut that out, right, so that you don't see me look down. Other times, I'll just say, I'll come right out and say it in the video. I forgot what I was going to say. Hang on a second. I'm checking. Oh, yes, there we go. And then you know what I mean? I'm being real. I'm just being, because I know what I was going to say. I knew if I talked long enough, it would come back. The easiest person, and you've heard me say this before if you've been here before, the easiest person in the world for you to be like on camera is yourself. The hardest person to be is anybody else. If you try to act, and that's the danger in watching other YouTube creators, and I spent years doing it, watching other creators yeah, I really like this guy's style, or I really like the way she does this. I'm going to try to do that, right? And I just filling up my head with all these things that I like, and then I try to recreate it. It does not work. Does not work. Not for me. Anyways, maybe it does for some people. I think the only people that would work for is somebody who's a trained actor or actress, because they know how to make it seem real. If I'm trying to act like somebody else, it's obvious, and it's stiff, and it's created, constructed, like it just doesn't flow. So I've found the easiest way to talk to a camera is just be yourself and try to be yourself. That's I don't know how else I can say that. It's not going to be perfect the first time you do it, but that's okay. Still upload it. And know that you're going to get better every time you do it. And if you force yourself to do it a lot, you'll get better at it. And that's where we come back to these 30-day challenges that I see people doing sometimes. And that's, I like those, because if you force yourself to make, they're all different, but let's say you want to talk to the camera for 5 minutes a day, every day, and upload that video. Make a 5-minute video every day. You looking at the camera, talking about whatever it is. Pick a topic and talk about it, and practice, talking like you would normally talk. And maybe you could try to emphasize things here and there, like, but you don't want to come across as fake. But you also don't want to sound monotone and talk like this, even if this is the way you normally talk. You know what I mean? Like, try to do some of this and some of that. And, I don't know, it takes practice. But you can get it. Anyway, I hope that helped. Unchained Essence. Here we go. Followed all your advice and did a one-take video today. Short, but felt good. Great start. Again, awesome. Congratulations. A one-take video. Good job. How to use my video on my live stream. Well, a couple of ways. If you're talking about a video you already have on YouTube, you can go live and then kind of go to your YouTube page and share your screen and press play and show parts of it, if that's what you're referring to. Or if it's not on YouTube, if it's just a video you have in your computer, same thing. You can share your screen and play the video on that screen and share it with your audience. And you can create a scene ahead of time that puts you on the screen, much like I've done here, right? I'm on the screen here. This is a scene I created in Ecamm Live, and you can do that no matter what software you use to live stream with. If it's StreamYard or Restream or OBS, there's several you can use. Okay, we've got New Smyrna Beach, Florida. Welcome. Hi from Halifax. Okay, that's close. That's like 20 minutes from here. Hello, neighbor. Gabrielle. Very good. Or Gabrielle, sorry. Volume is great. Awesome. I got that fixed. Hello, Frank. Good to see you again. Oh, here's a question. You missed my question last time. You're not the only one, so don't feel too bad. It's nothing personal. I missed lots of questions, but I got yours now. How does YouTube pay their content creators? How do they issue the check? Do they use PayPal? No. Well, they probably pay different ways, but I believe you could get a check if you want, but I get direct deposit, right? So you have to set up your bank account details and stuff through your Google account. And then they would pay you. So, and the way it works is no matter what anything you earn from YouTube, so that would be AdSense, that's the big one. That's like your share of the ads that are shown on your videos. And you can only earn that once you have 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers, and you've applied to the partner program, YouTube partner program. That's what it's called when you're monetized. So yeah, so they pay you for that. Also, any super chats or super thanks that you receive, or membership payments that you receive, all of those you can start earning at 500 subscribers, not 1,000. So anyways, all of that you earn for a month, at the end of the month, they calculate it. It might take a few days because, I don't know, I think sometimes their reporting might be a little bit off, so they have to make sure that the stats are exactly right, the views and whatnot. So at the end so for example, we're in April right now. Tomorrow is the last day of April. So at the end of tomorrow, whatever I've earned in April will be paid to me around the 24th to the 26th of the following month. Okay? So earnings for April come May 25th. As long as your earnings are at least $100. Okay, if you haven't earned $100, then they won't They won't send you that. Instead, your balance will carry over to the next month, where you'll continue to earn on top of that. And once you earn more than $100, they'll send that to you at the end of a month. Okay? That is how that works. There's a question from Kath Green. YouTube advice seems to advocate picking a focus, knowing who you're talking to. What if you can't choose and you don't want to make more than one channel? That's totally fine, but you may not grow your channel. That's all. But that's okay. See, I talk about this disconnect sometimes. Like if I hear people tell me that I want to make videos about this and maybe that, and maybe this over here. I've got a lot of interest, and I want to make videos on all of it. I don't want to niche down. That's totally fine. Go for it. That YouTube is a wonderful, free video hosting service, basically. It's free for anybody, except that they put ads on your videos, right? I mean, YouTube has to make money somehow, so they're not just going to provide it for free. They have servers to pay for. So what they do is they'll put ads on your videos, right? So it's a free video hosting service at its core. If you get monetized, then you can participate in the revenue sharing of those ads that they will put on your videos. You'll earn 55% of all of the ad revenue they collect from advertisers who are advertising on your videos, okay? But if you want to grow a channel, okay, you kind of have to listen to your audience. You have to follow your audience. And again, when I say have to, some people get semi-offended, say, well, I don't have to do anything. I don't want to do that. You don't have to do that. But you're not going to grow your channel. That's all. If you want to grow your channel, that's the big if here. Then there are some things you can do that will help you grow your channel. One is to niche down. And it's just a fact. If you are making all your videos on a very narrow topic, on one thing, one little thing, if all your videos are on that one thing, then and if you're getting subscribers to that, then the next time you come out with a video, your subscribers are expecting something on that thing. And if they see it, they'll like, yeah, great, another one. Let's go watch it. Okay? And then YouTube will start to learn, okay, we are starting to understand what viewers want to watch these videos. We're going to promote it or set it out, put it out, give impressions to other people like the people who are watching your video. Okay? But if you decide, you know what, I've had enough of making those videos on whatever, I now want to make cooking videos or something totally different. You can totally do that. But I can tell you right now, if you have been making videos on e-bikes, right, and how to buy an e-bike and safety on e-bikes and everything's e-bike, and then you hit them with a cooking video, how to make chicken parmesan, right? I don't know. I don't know why that's, maybe I want that for supper. I don't know. You hit them with a video on that. And then the first thing YouTube will do is they'll say, yeah, we've got a good idea who your audience is. Send that out to their subscribers first. Your subscribers are going to see this cooking video. It's like, that's not an e-bike video. I'm going to move past that. I'm not interested in that. I'm going to go look for an e-bike video. Right? So they're not even going to click on your cooking video. It's not going to get a high click-through rate because your subscribers aren't interested. So your click-through rate is low. And even the odd person who does click it, if they go in and start watching, they're not going to watch for long. It's like, this definitely is not an e-bike video. This is chicken. I don't want to watch it. So they're going to leave. So your average view duration is down. Since all your stats are down, YouTube is going to look at that and say, whoa, okay, we are pretty sure who the typical audience is here. The typical audience is not clicking this video. They're not clicking. They're not watching. This must not be a very good video. So we're not going to show it to anybody else. And your video will die right there. So that's the reason you want to niche down. And if you can't niche all the way down, if you just want to niche, basically the more you can niche down, the better the chance you'll give yourself at growing well. But you know, there also your content has to be good too, right? So it's only part of the formula, if you will. It all comes down to your content has to be good no matter what, right? So, yeah, that's why YouTube likes you to pick a focus, because then they can more accurately find your audience, and that will only help you, okay? But again, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. Just want to take a minute to welcome Audacity Training, a new crew member. Welcome. Thanks for joining. The next members doc party is tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern if you want to join. That's a live stream for members, so there's far fewer people than come into these regular live streams, and chances are much higher that I'll get to answer your question. And it's a little more of an intimate chat. So yeah, come to that. I look forward to seeing you there. Next question here. Do I audit channels on this live stream? That's not something I've done. No. Maybe I'll do that in the future. And if I did, I'd probably create some sort of a form that you could fill out. I know Nick Nimmin does that on his Saturday morning live streams. So if you're interested in getting your channel audited, you could always try that until I start offering something like that. Please, can you point me to any video you've made about how to insert a video clip into my recording but remove the pre-recorded sound so I can continue to talk over it while it plays? Yeah, I probably have done that. I can show you really quick how I do that if I share my screen. Let's say here's a video, okay?
Sharing this with you because...
Okay, so there, I'm showing you this in Camtasia, okay, but it should be similar in whatever program you're using. Here's the video file, and this is the audio for it. If I were just to grab another video here and bring that in, let me just go find a video. Let's see. Drawing a blank here. I must have, oh, here, what I can do is I'll go to live stream graphics. Here we go. Starting soon countdown. The video I just made today. So I'll put that in. Let's drag that here. Here is the video. I just brought another video on into this project, okay? And it's this, it was my starting soon video for the opening of this live stream. Now, the video I'm editing is 4K. The video I just brought in is 1080p. That's why it's so small in the middle. So what I'll do is I'll make it fit the screen. Actually, I have to turn my canvas snapping on. So we'll bring it there, and I'll stretch it out like that. And that's a video, as you can see. It's now hiding what's down below, but the audio is still there. Now, Camtasia does work a little bit differently than some other editing programs. Most of them separate the audio and the video, and you see them separately, kind of like the way I've done it here, but I only did it because I edit my audio separately and then bring it in again. But in this case, the audio and the video are in the same track. Okay, if I play this, it's going to sound, well, you're going to hear music, which is from this, and the voice from this.
As competition. I look at it as...
Okay, so if I wanted to remove this audio, I just right-click, silence audio. Boom, it's gone.
Look at it.
So now if I play it here...
And I'm sharing this with you because I think you might...
And let's say I just want to, stop it here. I only want the B-roll to happen during that click there, or that clip here. So we've got this.
And I'm sharing this with you because I think you might enjoy them. I don't look at other YouTube...
Like that, okay? So I hope that helped. You do it similarly no matter what program you use. If the audio and the video are already separated, then you can just delete the audio track, okay, without deleting the video of the B-roll that you put on top of the A-roll. If you're not over 40, can I loan you a few years? I am over 40, but maybe some other people in here aren't. I finally took the plunge and started my channel, then I couldn't upload it. It was going as a short. Therefore, it cut off in midstream. That's strange. So when you upload videos to YouTube, they will automatically be categorized as a short if it's a vertical video, right? It's vertical. So it has to be vertical, and if it's less than 3 minutes. If both those things are true, it's vertical and it's less than 3 minutes, it'll be called a short. Okay, the only way for it not to, I think square might also be a short if it's less than 3 minutes. But if you make your video widescreen, it won't be a short. So it might be as simple a fix as that. Hey Holly, how you doing? When you watch YouTube on TV, is that credited because you can't interact with the TV? Yes, the watch hours are credited, absolutely. But yeah, you're right. I've watched YouTube on TV and I don't comment. You probably can. I don't know though. I don't know if you can or not. I never thought about that. But I'm sure there's a way you can like videos. But I'm not too sure. I don't usually watch YouTube on TV. I usually watch it here in my office. But you most definitely will earn the watch hours from YouTube on TV. And actually, let me show you one other thing. Let me just pull it up here first. Nope, wrong thing. Okay, if I bring this down here and share my screen with you, this is my YouTube studio. If I wanted to look at some stats, okay, so this is the last video I came out with. I think that was Friday. Let's go to the video analytics for it. If I then go to audience, okay, and scroll down, here, right here, you can see how people are watching your video. So mobile phone, 44, wow, really? Okay, so most of you are watching my videos on a mobile phone, 44%, or this video anyways, 44%, 24% on the TV, 23% on the computer, and 7% on a tablet. All right, so this info is available for all of your videos and for your channel as a whole. All right, so device type, watch time from subscribers if they're subscribed or not subscribed, what gender is watching your videos. For me, it's 61% male. 48% watched this video from the United States, and then Canada was 9.6%, UK, Australia, Germany, and then the age range. So it looks like 55 to 64-year-olds and 54. So 45 to 64-year-olds is 70% of my viewers. All right. And then 14% of you are mid-30s to mid-40s, and then 12% so nobody under the age of 25 watched this video. There you go. If it's wrong and you're under 25, let me know. So there you go. All right. Take a quick drink here. All right, just looking for another question. To get the most views on your live streams, what would you put the title as, the subject, or leave it generic as live stream? I've tried this both ways. I know my live stream titles aren't great because I say it's a live stream. I mean, you can title it, the same rules apply to titling videos as titling live streams, right? I didn't say that right. Title your live streams the same way you would title a video. Like, try to use keywords if you can. Then people might find it if they're searching for something. But otherwise, no, just, so what do I do? I called this, if I go back here and share my screen. So here's my content tab of my YouTube studio. If I go to my live tab, we can see what I've called them. So this one here, which we're live now, start a YouTube channel today, video editing, live Q&A, and free resources, okay? That's a little bit long for a typical YouTube title, but I don't change it very much at all. Now I've already set that up. That's tomorrow's members only live stream. But then attention new YouTubers. So I change it. I usually change it a little bit from time to time. But that's how I do it, and that's kind of how I've always done it. Here, YouTube easy mode for beginners, over 40, live Q&A and more. So I've got some keywords in there, over 40, easy mode, right? So yeah, and everything else written below the title here, like where it says free tools and whatnot, that's the description. So if I would click in here, there's the description. So my title and my description, right? And so on. So, and I always use the same. Every once in a while I'll change my thumbnail a little bit, but for the most part my thumbnail stays pretty much the same. You could create a new one every time if you wanted to. But anyways, yeah, I hope that helped. Where are we here? Okay, let's go see another question. Oh, I've already seen that. Yeah, sometimes the questions bounce around here. New subscriber from Waterloo, Ontario. Hoping to start my YouTube channel soon and binge watching your videos. Awesome. Welcome. I hope they help. Hope you learned something. Hello, Gundam. How you doing? Rebecca Ferguson has a question. I have 500 subs and my videos each have 1,000 views, but so low watch hours. I'm really wrestling with how to not give up. Seems impossible to get from 160 hours to 4,000. 500 subs, and my videos each have 1,000 views. And are you still putting out videos on a regular basis? That to me. So when you mention 160 hours, I guess I need to know. Oh, you have 4 videos, you say? Yeah. So. I mean, 4 videos is not a lot. You're just getting going. 500 subs from 4 videos, that's good. Okay, that's higher than normal. Oh, you say, I'm looking at the live now. My vids are very short, 7 minutes. That's fine. That's fine. The length of videos, it doesn't matter as much. I mean, some people try to make sure they're over 8 minutes so that they can have mid-roll ads in their videos, but I don't worry too much about that. If I have something I want to talk about in a video and there's 5 minutes of good content, it's not good to stretch that out and make it a 10-minute video if it could have been 5, right? Just make it only make your videos as long as they have to be to get your information to the viewers, okay? Otherwise, viewers will think their time is being wasted, and they don't like that. So yeah, you only have 4 videos. I guess my advice would be keep making videos. Like, short is fine, but just keep at it, and it'll start to snowball. And you try to keep them on point. That's great. That's perfect. And it sounds like it's working. If you got that many subs, 160 hours from 4 videos is pretty good. How often are you... yeah, it's amazing that Drake said, even if I make a video a week, it seems I'll never get there. You will. Even with a video a week, you hitting 5... So... Let me think about this. I keep looking at the chat to see if you're giving any more information. Every 10 days I make 1. I'm too busy for more. Okay, that's fine. Just keep doing that then. Just 1 every 10 days, and the growth is it'll eventually start. But you need to grow your channel more. You need to have more content on your channel, because then as you get new subscribers. Like someone just said, they just found my channel and they're going to binge watch my videos, right? They'll do that to you. And that's when your watch hours will grow. Don't think of, okay, last time I came out with a video, I only got 10 watch hours. So the next time, if I only get 10 watch hours every time I come up with a video, no, it doesn't work that way. The more subscribers you get, the more watch hours and the more views you will start to be getting when you come out with new videos. And before you know it, everything just levels up, and growth is exponential. It picks up, and yeah, it might take a year. Some people get monetized in weeks, yeah, but some people it takes a year or more. And some people give up. Quite honestly, most people give up before their channels have had a chance to get going, because they're frustrated with how long it's taking them. But Yeah, just keep that in mind. You said it makes sense. You appreciate the help. No problem. I'm glad, happy to help. All right, let's get back to where I was. So apologies, I'm finding questions from probably 30 minutes ago in the chat. So that's where I'm at right now. Hey Rob, Pav Upall. Hello Pav, how you doing? How do you record your screen on your laptop computer for demonstration videos? I use Ecamm Live or OBS to record my screen. You can record, so I will record my screen with, say, OBS, my camera with just the camera. I'll press record on the camera and it's got an SD card in it, and I'll record my audio. My mic is up here directly in my computer in Adobe Audition. You can use Audacity if you want. That's a free alternative. So I record them all separately, and then in my editing program, I sync them up by the audio, because all those things are also capturing audio, so I can easily sync it up. The screen capture from OBS is also capturing the audio. Okay, so that's why I'm able to easily sync it up. You can look at the waveforms and just match them all up. You might have to, do some very minute modifications, like moving it on the timeline so much, just a little bit at a time. Yeah, so that's how I do that. That's how I record my screen. Severe thunderstorm warning here in Ontario with chance of hail. I heard that. I was watching the election last night. Boring, but important. But nothing better to do. And yeah, I heard that Ontario getting like golf ball sized hail. That's crazy. It's shorts weather here in Nova Scotia now. But before long, Ontario typically gets much hotter summers than we do in Nova Scotia. But Ontario also gets much colder winters than we get here in Nova Scotia. Do you offer any information or tips on getting sponsorships? I haven't really. No, I haven't made any videos on that. But I guess tips would be, some people want to know how to get a hold of sponsorships. I would. What's kind of happened with me is, as my channel grew, then sponsors started to notice, and then they contact me. I was not very proactive looking for sponsors, but the offers and the emails that I get, 95% of them are spammy, right? And or for something that I'm not interested in. I don't want to sponsor something that I either don't use or don't believe in, if that makes sense. So it's got to make sense. Because what I've also noticed, because I've done 3 now. I've done 3 sponsored videos, but they take more work. Like, you've got to make the ad for the middle of the video, and it may or may not be worth it depending on how much the sponsor offers you. So I guess that's my biggest advice. Don't just take any old sponsor. And also, a lot of sponsors will at first try to, or offer you free stuff. Like, I'll give you my free tripod or whatever if you do a review video on it. Well, a review video on a $20 tripod or whatever it is, probably not worth it. Well, depending on how, what size your channel is. And that might be a good experience to do one like that, just to know how much work it takes. But yeah, they will find you as your channel grows. Yeah, my main advice is don't take every sponsorship, because you got to be careful too. There are spam emails that I get that are obviously not from legitimate sponsors, and sometimes people have lost their accounts to hackers that way. If they, here's something, click this link and blah 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 blah. You have to really make sure you know who you're dealing with before you go clicking links. But that's a general rule of thumb for anything, any email that you get. Don't click links. That's my main advice. Okay. I'm starting to speed up my scrolling here. Here we go. After doing description about each video, should I also copy paste my channel description also to show my niche to algorithm, because so many topics about retired life in Philippines? You don't have to. If it's in your channel description, your tags, that's fine. You don't have to also put them in your individual videos. I'm trying to figure out my niche, but struggling. It seems my travel videos do best. Found birth parents in 2019 and live out of tiny camper with my border collie Flynn to see family around the U.S. Okay, so it seems my travel videos do best. It sounds like you've got all kinds of different things you could talk about, and maybe that's the problem. So you say you're struggling finding your niche. My best advice for that is to sit down with a pen and paper and brainstorm. What could you make videos about? Write down everything that interests you, that you're passionate about, or that you're good at. Just start writing stuff down, and maybe different columns. Like, here's what I'm interested in. Here's what I'm really interested in. Here are things that I'm good at. And, you know, it could be, or here's knowledge that I have. Oftentimes it's that, just sharing knowledge. And then you want to figure out, how can you help other people with this stuff? That's the best way to grow a channel. If I haven't said it yet today, but I know I say it all the time, and maybe not everybody is thinking this way. That's why I say it a lot. The best videos for growing your channel are videos that help people. That's it. It's not showing your life. It's helping people do something that you've done before. So in the process of showing them how to do it, you can talk about your life, or you can talk about how you did that thing. You know what I mean? Kind of reverse it a bit. But the primary focus should be on the audience. Like, you're trying to help somebody. I'm making this to help people. And yeah, if I can, like, I made a video a couple months back on how to tie a bowline, right? A knot, a sailing knot. And it did horribly on my channel because that's not my niche. That's not what most of you have subscribed to me for. But yeah, if I made a whole bunch of videos like that, then perhaps I could start, you know, I would probably grow that on another channel. And I forget why I even said that. Yeah, no, sorry. So that's something useful. Somebody might go to YouTube and, you know, I need to know how to tie a bowline. How do I do that? And they'll search for that. They might find my video, right? So that is providing a service, some use to somebody. I'm not just going to go, look at all the knots I tied and show all these knots hanging from a post or whatever. Instead, I'm going to teach people how to tie the knots. Teach people, so van life, I don't know, does that mean you go camping and whatnot? Teach people how to set a fire, how to make tea on an open fire. I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you do it with that in mind, those are the types of videos that people will want to come back to see more of because they know you're trying to be helpful. You know what I mean? So hope that helps. Question regarding video editing. Is it better to have nothing fancy, or do you think B-roll helps? Please advise. We hit 1 million views. Awesome. Congrats. Thanks to shorts, looking to improve long form. Okay. Yeah. 1 million views on shorts is a different, I mean, still good, but it's different than long form. Like 1 million, to get paid, if you have 1 million views on long form and you're monetized, I mean, that's a good chunk of money that YouTube's going to pay you. Not so much with shorts, but it's on a different scale. But do I think B-roll helps? On long form videos, I hardly ever use B-roll. Yes, it can help. It can help. If you are making a video and it's you talking to the camera, and let's say it's kind of like, if part of your video is kind of boring and you need something else to kind of carry the story, that's when you can put in some B-roll. Relevant B-roll. It's got to be relevant to what you're saying. Okay? But I guess a lot of my videos, if I'm outside for a walk, for the most part, people don't like my B-roll. Really, the way I think about it, my B-roll is the things that are going by me as I go for a walk. Right? That's something else somebody could be watching to maybe help people stick around longer and listen to me for longer. Okay? That's what I think the power of doing walk and talk videos is, in that you're almost creating automatic B-roll. You're giving people another reason to watch, not just listen to you, but the scenery is changing as you walk. I think that's a little more enticing. But if I'm just sitting in my chair here back there, and if my video is not very engaging, but I'm trying to teach something, then yeah, I may want to insert B-roll here and there to help move the story along and to keep people engaged. So, but yeah, I guess to put a bow on this, my walk and talk videos, I don't worry. I hardly ever use B-roll, and if I do, it's B-roll that I've shot myself. It might be me walking on the trail before I was able to get the good take of my video going. All right, moving right along. Okay, looking for questions. Reimagined by Jacqueline. Hello, how you doing? I have been seeing ASMR videos. No voiceover, just sounds like tapping, scratching, sanding. Do you know if this is a trend? Yep, that is. It's a type of video that some people are interested in, and therefore some creators are making. I don't have much advice on doing those because I've not done them and I don't watch them myself really. I've seen them, like I've watched them to figure out what is this? Like why are they like, you know what I mean? It's not for everybody, but it is something. It is something that some people are interested in. It's just one of those things. It is one of those trends. I don't know how trendy it is now. Like it's been around a little while. I don't know, a few years, I guess. I don't know, maybe longer, but a few years that I've known about it anyways. But yeah, ASMR videos is a thing. And you spelled it out, Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. I didn't even know that's what it stood for, but I've just heard ASMR. About using names. Some people are in lawsuits, so trying to keep certain things low profile. That's a good point. I mean, yeah, there's nothing that says you can't use a pseudonym, like fake name, other name, middle name, right? If you don't want to be discovered on YouTube, right? Or you can use a fake name. Just go by, I could go by Larry, right? Like whatever you want to do, that's totally fine. I don't think it's necessary to put your last name. I mean, some people do, first and last name in their channel names, but you're right. If somebody's concerned because maybe they're in a lawsuit or whatever, and yeah, I get that. ASMR has been around for years. Okay, very good. Okay. Does the algorithm pick up on what you're speaking about in the video to find the views? It does some of that, yes. So now, so what I've heard and what I'm finding out, the tags and the descriptions that you put into your video are not as important as they used to be. It used to be that that's how, like, that's what YouTube would search on. That's how they'd categorize your video. But now YouTube is transcribing your they're transcribing your video automatically without you having to do that. So you upload a video to YouTube. YouTube is transcribing it, right? They're getting the text for it, and they can pretty much know what you're talking about as long as you're speaking clearly, loudly, right? And they understand what you're saying. It can know what you're talking about. So that will help them as well. Yes, know what your video's about and help you get found in search, or just by the people who they think want to watch that. Okay, but again, they get their first signals. YouTube will get their first signals on how good your video is from your subscribers, which are the first people who will be notified of your new videos. So it's got to be something that your existing subscribers or people like them are clicking on and watching a good portion of. Okay. Quick little drink here. What system are you using? Is this Restream or StreamYard? Neither. This is Ecamm Live. I use a MacBook, and Ecamm Live is software that you download to a MacBook. It's only available for a Mac. Not sure why that is, why they don't have a PC version, but anyways. It's very similar to OBS, or vMix would be software you can download to a PC. Whereas Restream and StreamYard are browser-based systems you log into, and you basically stream to them and they stream to YouTube. Whereas Ecamm, it's connected directly to my YouTube, and I'm streaming from here, from my there's no intermediary that it's got to go through. Hi, Rob. Hi, Swant. I notice you're not using hashtags in your vlog descriptions. Do you not find value in them anymore? Are they worth researching and doing? It's not something I've ever done, quite honestly. So, yeah, it's not... I know some people use them. I don't see huge value in them myself because, you know, it's... Unless there's something... I mean, you can put it in your description, I suppose. Again, it's not something I've ever used. And I'm doing fine without them, so I guess it's kind of like if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. Did I say that right? You know what I mean? So, but yeah, if it's something you do, I don't, actually somebody asked me earlier this week if I recommend people put them in titles. And the answer to that is no. Don't put hashtag in your titles because you can just as easily put them in your description. YouTube will find it either way. Okay, so there you go. And welcome back, the Drakes. New crew member or renewed crew member. That's funny. Tomorrow is the next one. We got a dock party tomorrow. Robert's active retirement. Looking forward to members live stream tomorrow. Awesome. We'll see you then. I think you just joined this past week, Robert. So looking forward to seeing you there. Oh, here's a question from Robert. What sound level for opening background music and how long to let it run? So I never use the same sound level. It depends on the some music is louder than others. Sometimes I'm louder than other times. So it's just I just go by sound. Like I listen to what sounds good. If I feel like the sound is too overpowering, you want the music to be low enough that you can easily hear yourself. Okay, speaking. And then I usually, it's really actually, most of the time I don't put intro music in the beginning of my videos. I use it at the end. And I usually start it when I'm starting to wrap up what I'm talking about. And it's almost becoming a bit of a cue that this is ending. There may be bloopers here. You may want to stick around because I've done that quite often, put bloopers at the end of my videos, and some people, that music is almost cueing them to know, oh, okay, bloopers coming up. I think, anyways, in my mind, that's the way I'm thinking about it. But if you want to put intro music at the beginning, a few seconds. Some people put music throughout the whole video. Some people do. I don't like that. And I've heard people tell me that, I've had people tell me that you shouldn't put music all the way through your video. And again, that's a preference thing. Some people like it, some people don't. If you're trying to set a certain mood, sometimes music can help you do that. Other times it's unnecessary. So yeah, certainly don't drown yourself out with music. You have to be careful using music from CapCut. You will get a strike. I just did that, and it happened before my video was done uploading to YouTube. That's interesting. So I've never had that problem. Well, I haven't uploaded CapCut edited videos to my YouTube. I've never had a problem with Epidemic Sound, though. There is also a section on the YouTube Studio that has music that you can use for free. That is right. There's the library, the YouTube library. There's music there you can use for free, 100%. Their library is not as, I guess, searchable or as large. They don't have as many tracks in there as are available in Epidemic Sound or some other places like Storyblocks. Yeah, there's several. Audio is another one. How can I add audio when making a video after making a slideshow of pictures? Same way you would do it to a video. If it's video or pictures, slideshow, open up a video editor, bring in your slideshow as a video, and then add an audio track. It's as simple as that. And then you can adjust the volume of the audio. You can fade it in and fade it out if you want. Yeah, that's it. All right, I'm just looking for some questions. I'm a little bit behind. I'm starting to see questions I've seen before and already answered. Oh, do you ever do interview videos? If so, how do you set up? I have done some interview live streams, not videos, but live streams. Pretty much the same thing though. Actually, probably harder doing it live. The way I set up, I use Ecamm Live, and since I have the pro version of Ecamm Live, that allows me to integrate with Zoom. So I set up a Zoom call, a Zoom meeting. I have my interviewee join my Zoom meeting. So she and I are in the Zoom meeting. Meanwhile, I've got Ecamm Live running, and I can then bring in, with the Zoom integration, I can bring in anybody who's in the Zoom meeting. I can add them to my live stream. And that's how I did that. And if I was just making a video, I'd probably do it the same way. Probably do it the same way, although you could then edit it more. But with a live stream, it is what it is, right? It's a live production. So, and if you want to see some that I've done, click on the podcast tab on my homepage, and you'll see that I think I've done 7 or 8 interview-style live streams. Is VN, Video Editor, a good editing tool to use? VN? I've never heard of that one. Is that short for something? I'm drawing a blank. I don't know what that one is. Oh, I don't like it. I use CapCut or Power Director. Okay, there you go. Anaholics, hello, how you doing? You want to be efficient when you make videos, but I am sure you put some thought in that. Can you tell us what you do to be and stay productive? Yes, so what do? I have, and this is old school, but I have lists like this. I've got papers of lists like this that I write down my video ideas on when I get ideas. So when I start my day, I should probably I've been thinking about doing a day in the life type video. I don't know, let me know. Should I do something like that where I kind of show what I do during the day? But basically here it is. I'll come down, I'm usually in my office by around 6 in the morning, and I'll bring up the comments, and I'll start answering comments, right? I usually have a lot, especially if I've come up with a video the day before. I'll have a lot of comments, and I like to answer pretty much all of them, unless it's just like 1 or 2 words, there's no questions, then I might just give a heart and a thumbs up. But for the most part, I like to answer everybody. So I just feel like that helps grow the channel, helps with the connecting with my audience and stuff. So yes, do that. A day in the life. Yes, day in the life. Okay. That sounds like yes. So anyway, so yeah, that's how I start my day. As I'm answering comments, answering questions, I will get ideas for videos. They just, because I'm in the zone. Yeah, okay. If this person's asking a question, then perhaps other people want to know. I'll write that down. If it's something I haven't done before, or if it's something that's been a long time since I've done it, I may do it again. Or I'll come up with other ideas just by doing that. Or maybe when I'm making a video, I'll come up with ideas. So anyway, that's my first step. Okay, first thing I do in the morning. If it's a day that I want to make a video, I will then I'll pick a topic from either my list that I've got on my desk or something that I've said that I'm going to be doing. I'll just decide what I'm going to make, and then I'll start searching for a title. I'll probably open up YouTube. I'll think of a title. I'll have a chat with ChatGPT, try to figure out, okay, this is what I want to make a video about. Can you help me with a title? And it will. Another yes for day in the life, okay. And then I will, I'll go on YouTube and search for that title. Has anybody done this before? Or is there a better way to do it? And I'll spend an hour or so on the research side of it, and then I'll go back to ChatGPT and we'll settle on a title. Again, I might still change it later, but now I've got a title to work from. And now I'm going to, okay, I know what I want to talk about now. What are the bullet points? What are the main points I want to hit here? And I usually will know what they are, and I'll just write them down on a cue card. I put them away, but on a card like this, right? I'll write them down here. I'll put the title at the top and some bullet points. And then I will grab my phone and I had the tripod. Actually, I bought a couple new things I'm going to show you in a second. Like Christmas today, I got a package from Amazon. So yeah, I'll grab my phone, I'll grab my mic, I'll put my mic on here, and then when I'm ready, I'll go out for a walk. Now, where I film most of my videos, if I go to that spot on the hill where you can see the ocean behind me, that's about 1.5 kilometers away from me. So I walk to it. And while I'm walking, I'm thinking about the intro. How am I going to open? I know what I want to talk about, and I'm just thinking about the intro. Sometimes I may write something on the back of this cue card. Like if I come up with a good intro, I'll write it down before I leave the office, before I go out for the walk. But other times I just think about it while I'm out there. And then eventually, when I'm ready, I'll just start. I'll hit record on that, record on the mic, and I will, actually, you don't normally have to hit record on that mic because that's only a backup, because there is a receiver that goes into the phone and the audio does go right into the phone. But in case that ever gets messed up, you can record directly on the mic if you hit the record button on the mic. Anyway, that's the DJI mic for those who are interested. Another vote for Day in the Life video, please. All right, well, since you said please, I guess I'll have to do it then. Yeah, then I will start recording the video, and usually do that in the afternoon, I guess. And I'm usually out and back in about 1.5 hours. Okay, and in that time, I've recorded it. Now, my recording is going to be for a 20-minute video. My recording might be 30 to 35 minutes long, and I have enough space on my phone that it can handle that at 4K 30. So 30-minute video or so. When I get back here, I will airdrop it to my Mac and might go get some supper, I guess, some dinner, and then I'll start editing the video in the evening, and I can have it ready for the next day. So that's it for a video. If it's a more complicated one, like how to live stream, more thought has to go into it. That's going to be take my Mac apart, take it probably upstairs or another desk where all this stuff isn't shown, because this is not necessary to live stream, and I want to show it as simply as I can. So anyway, that video is going to take longer. But if I'm just doing a walk and talk, the ideas now are flowing pretty quickly. I could, if I wasn't doing anything else, like working on like coaching calls, the mentorship thing, trying to build another course, like all these other things I'm trying to do. If I was just making videos, I could do one every 2 days, no problem at all with that setup and that process. So anyway, that's how I do it, and I find I'm pretty productive, but there's some downtime too. Camtasia user as well. Habit, that's right. Okay, now I'm going to have to start scrolling a little quicker. Okay, yeah, I've seen that already. What was that? I haven't had one of those in a while. All right. Was it easier after you uploaded the first video? I'm squirming with nerves about mine. Yes, it does get easier. Absolutely. Absolutely gets easier. Okay. How are we doing for time? Haven't even been at this for 2 hours yet. Still early, eh? We good? Good for time? Okay, I want to... Is it 500 or 1,000 subs in order to have the shop option to sell products? I think that's 500. I'm saying that hesitantly. I'm not 100% sure. You know what? Let's ask. Let's ask. is it 500 or 1,000 subs we need before you can use the shop system in YouTube? YouTube Partner Program, subscriber count, your channel must have more than 10,000 subscribers. Okay. It cannot be set for made for kids, your channel. Your channel must have an active community guideline, not have any active community guideline strikes related to hate speech. Once these are met, you can connect your store to YouTube. Google Gemini told you 1,000 subs. Yeah, I'm wondering if this, let's just say, I thought it was 1,000 subs. See what he says. He or she. It. You're correct in noting that YouTube Partner Program has expanded to include channels with as few as 500 subscribers, granting access to certain monetization features. However, when it comes to YouTube's shopping feature, the requirements are more stringent. Yeah, it says, I guess, I don't know. Grok said 1,000 too. Wow, never heard 10,000. Interesting. I don't know. Is the jury still out? Or I think we've got 3 AIs saying 1,000 and 1 saying 10,000. I don't know. Might be a question for YouTube support. Sorry about that. All right. Yes, that's correct. Doing more live streams helped my channel. Absolutely. What was your viral video about? It was, if you're over 40, you must start a YouTube channel. Is what it was. It was, go Rob the, if we go here and click on popular, that one right there. Why people over 40 must start a YouTube channel. 476,000 views now. It hit 200,000 in like weeks. It was crazy. It's leveled off now, but yeah, that was last July. And yeah, it was quite something. It was exciting. Live stream realities. Yep, go through them every week. I can do some live streams. I like teaching artwork and mixing it with politics for people who like talking about politics too. Okay, I find that a bit dangerous. But hey, you can, absolutely. I try to stay clear of that though here because I think that's a surefire way to lose half your audience. I watch a creator that goes live 3 times a day for about an hour each, just filming random stuff she does all day. She doesn't edit, script, or anything. Okay. Well, yeah, live streams, you wouldn't edit. But 3 times a day, an hour each, that's crazy. That's, I guess, hey, if that's what your channel is, I mean, again, there is an audience for just about anything, if you think about it. So, you know, if you enjoy doing that, you can do that. This person must enjoy that. I hope they enjoy that. Otherwise, that's a lot of time commitment. Can you do short live streams like 15 to 30 minutes long? Absolutely. I guess the con would be less new people will find you the shorter you're live. The pro is maybe it might, like, psychologically it might help you actually do one. If you know you can just end it whenever you want. Plan for a 15-minute one if you want, but there's less chance that new people will find you. That's the main thing. And if there's people in there, you know, if they have questions, I wouldn't end it short. Just keep going. That's what I do. Now, sometimes, actually not sometimes, all the time, I do have to finally put my foot down and say, you know, enough, I got to stop. But when you don't have that many viewers when you're starting, Yeah, make it a short 5 minutes if you want. You can stop after a minute if you don't like the way everything kind of set up and just stop it, delete it, and try it again if you want. Okay. Okay, picking up the pace now. I know I'm missing a couple here, but so a day in the life video, eh? Yeah, I've never made one like that. That might be, but just basically showing you how I do this YouTube thing, like what does my day involve? I mean, I do this like it's a good chunk of my day. Typically go into the evenings, but I like doing it, so why not, right? You can do it as much or as little as you want. Okay, I'm afraid I'll fart on a live and want to crawl in a hole and die. Well, I don't know. If that happened to me, I'd probably just laugh it off. And yeah, I'd be embarrassed for a bit. And then, hey, who cares? That's the thing. I'm at the age now where I just don't give a crap what happens in the live stream. If something happens, it happens, whatever. I'm not going to delete anything. Okay, looking for questions. I should speed up my scrolling again. Sorry. You guys, here we go. I like this though. It's cool that you guys having a little chat on the side while you're listening to me. That works too, eh? Right? Oh, Coleman. Where'd it go? Coleman Norton. Catching my first live stream of yours. Welcome. Thanks for stopping in. Hey, Kwani, how you doing? I've had some super chats on my live streams, but I've never had any super thanks on my videos. It took a while before I had one. I think I might have had 2 so far, super thanks. Not something people typically do, but it's there in case people want to. A lot of people will sign up for something like buy me a coffee, right? That's another way you could tip a creator if you want to. Question about super chats. YouTube suggests creating a promotional video to notify users that this is available to them. Others mention it in their normal videos. It all just makes me feel icky. Yeah. I don't usually talk about that too much either. Bottom line, like with anything, people don't like to be sold, right? If people get the sense, and this is advice for those of you making videos. Let's say you're making videos because maybe you have an off YouTube business, like an Etsy store or an Amazon store or something like that, or your own website where you offer something. If you make a video that just advertise, well, I mean that's there's a time and a place, but like I wouldn't suggest a lengthy sales pitch on all the stuff you have to offer in all of your videos, right? There's subtle ways to do that. Yes, YouTube is a fantastic way to promote your business, whatever it is. If it's an Etsy shop or a website or whatever you do, or if it's super thanks and super chats and all this stuff. But just I'll let you know, there's not a lot of revenue that comes in from that, even for me. And I've got over 50,000 subscribers now, and still, it might be $50 a month, but it's probably not even that. It isn't even that for super thanks. It might have been $100 for the last 8 months total, right? And so if your channel is smaller than mine, then proportionally, kind of do the math, right? It's not a lot. So because of that, I don't see the need to promote it. I mean, people will see it every once in a while. I mean, if people ask about it, what is this? I'll answer it, right, in the live stream or in the comments. But generally, I don't talk about stuff like that. If you do want to use YouTube to promote your off YouTube business, I prefer. See, I personally don't like getting spam. I don't like getting spam telephone calls. just being sold, like the banks calling me, oh, would you like you qualify for a loan for this or whatever. It's like, you know what? If I need the money, I'll come to you. Thank you very much. You don't need to, I don't want that proactive selling. But that's me. Like maybe some people like that. I don't know. But anyways, because I don't like that kind of thing, I don't do it to other people, right? That's why I don't spend, like, if you've downloaded one of my free things, maybe a couple months ago, you may not have received an email from me yet. That's because I don't automatically send you things for that. I do have your email address. So if and when I do have something new to offer, I'll probably send something out and let you know. Or if I have a sale, Black Friday sale or something, I'll let you know that way. But I try to keep the promotional stuff a little bit to a minimum, and provide stuff for free. The stuff I promote is usually free stuff, like my live streams. Come to my live stream next Tuesday; it's free. I'm going to be coming out with more videos this week; they're free. But if you do want to promote stuff, just keep it short. I like mentioning it at the end of videos more than the beginning of videos. Yes, that means less people will see them, but it also means probably the more interested people will see them, right? The people who watch all of your videos are probably more interested in what you have to offer. Just something real quick. And it can be, and then a link, just a passive link in the description of your videos, right? Like to the coaching calls that I offer or whatever else. That's what I've done. So yeah, that's, I understand what you're saying about it makes you feel icky. You meant to say super thanks. Super chats, super thanks. It's kind of it's similar. Super chats are a little different. Super chats are in a live stream like this. If if somebody wants their question answered and they don't want to wait 30 minutes to see if I may or may not answer it if I miss it, that's when some people will use a super chat. It highlights their video. I got a button here. Oh, I'll show you what it is. If somebody were to send me a super chat, I do this. Press that button. And I thank them, I acknowledge them, and I answer whatever question they have. So yeah, there you go. The Banjo Journey, I like the idea of personal name included in channel name. What if your name is a little different to spell or read? Noelle's Banjo Journey. I often get called Nicole. Leave the name out? No, I'd still put it in. Or maybe, I would just, if that was my name, I'd just put it in just like that, just like the way you did. But if you feel like people don't know how to say it or pronounce it, you could, I guess you could change it up a little bit, like maybe a nickname or something. Whatever you want to be called, basically. Once people start asking you questions, like they'll leave a comment, they'll say, thanks, Noelle. But if you're okay with them calling you something different, like Nicole, then call yourself Nicole. It doesn't really matter. Like you can call yourself whatever you want. But I don't personally see a problem with spelling it the way. I guess is it French? That's kind of a French way to spell something with the E-double-L-E. But if I see Noelle, I'm not going to call you Nicole. I don't know why that. I don't think it's that hard to say. Are shorts profitable? I haven't found them to be, but I'm sure some people have. I think you have to be really good at making shorts to be profitable with them. It's a totally different game. Like I say game, and I do think of YouTube as a game. It really is, because you don't have to treat it like a game, but I kind of do. Like I'll upload a video and then I'll watch the results, right? I'll watch how's the video doing, right? And then if I see a video doing really well, I'll remind myself what that video is, what was the topic, how was my intro, and I'll just try to figure out, okay, what about this video is making this so popular? Let's try to recreate that in the next video. So yeah, but shorts is a different game. There's just a whole different set of skills. You still edit videos the same way, but in terms of what makes them work, I'm going to tell you right now that I'm not an expert in shorts. I know how to, I've put some shorts on my channel, but more for branding purposes. Like, you know, maybe some people who have never seen me on YouTube, if I put these shorts or, you know, and anytime I did a short, I also uploaded it to TikTok and Instagram, right? Then maybe somebody might find me there. But, you know, I've since found that it didn't really help that much. But I'm glad I've got shorts on my channel, but I'm not the expert in shorts, so I can't really help you with that much more than that. What about a vlog channel if I'm talking about all kinds of different things? Should I still niche down? Well, there's got to be something that is going to draw people in and want to watch your videos, okay? It's got to be something. So if you're not talking about a specific thing, then you'd better be very interesting. Is all I can really say. Like, whatever it is you're doing on a day-to-day that you want to show people had better be interesting to somebody, right? That's why I think just a vlog channel where you're just kind of showing where you're going from day to day. This is what I'm doing now. This is what I'm doing now. Those are hard videos. Those are hard channels to grow, in my opinion. I think once you've grown a channel, you can maybe do, like I just mentioned a little earlier about doing a day in the life video on my channel. That, you know, a video like that, if I'm honest, is probably not going to do that great on my channel. It's more like it's extra information for my subscribers, for you, for the people who want more. It's just another side of my life, basically, right, that I'm sharing with you. But it's not going to help you grow on YouTube. Yeah, maybe I might talk a little bit about that as I go. I suppose I probably should. Yeah, so I find those channels harder to grow. But maybe you can insert some of that a little bit later on. But if that's all you want to do, you can do that. It's just, I feel like it's going to be harder to grow a channel like that unless you're teaching people something, like a lesson. Maybe there's a lesson in every video you do. That might be. And I know there are just vlog channels out there that they don't teach people anything. It's just, but at that point, those people have probably become popular enough that their vlog carries itself, right? So I don't know if that helps. I think most people like to know how to grow a channel quickly, and I don't think it's by just vlogging. I think there's got to be something else. It's got to be vlogging about a certain thing or about a certain place or a certain lifestyle or, right, something like that. There's got to be something. You just got to find your something. All right. Do you know, oh, what happened? Okay. Do you know if you can zoom in on a shared application window in Ecamm? I think the way you would do that, like if I shared my screen over here, how do I could probably, well, I'm going to mess this up. I guess my quick answer is no, not easily. I don't want to mess this up. I'd have to try it, but there might be a way I can scale this image up. Oh, wait, you can't see. I was just showing here. Can you see my mouse here? Yeah, there may be a way I can scale this image up. In fact, I'm sure there is. It's just not something I've ever... Let me see. If I screen share settings, Zoom... Where's Zoom? No, I don't see it. It's not jumping right out at me. But I'm sure there's a way. I'm sure there's a way. Okay, another question. We are at 2 hours. Oh, yes, you can comment while watching TV, watching YouTube on TV. I've done it by sending the video to the TV and commenting on my phone. Okay, that's a way to do it. Absolutely. What have been some of the most worthwhile resources and tools that you have found, cost versus outcomes? Great question. So my Tools. So I guess we can think about this in two ways: hardware and software. Software tool that I think is so well worth the money is Canva. I use that to make my thumbnails. There's a free version. You can use the free version if you don't need to remove backgrounds or export images with transparent backgrounds. Then you may just be able to get away with the free version. But I have the paid version and I love it. I've had it for years and well worth it for me. So that would be the software-wise. Ecamm, I love Ecamm, and Camtasia, what I edit it with. So those are the kind of the three things I use most of the time. Hardware, just a simple Oh, let me show you something. How are we doing here? Let me show you. So I mentioned that what was that? No. I got a package from Amazon today. So let me show you what I got. So this is what you're not supposed to do, just kind of show and tell. But I think it's going to be useful. And I've got a neat idea. You let me know what you think of this. The first one is I got a new selfie stick. It's pretty simple. It's not very expensive. And it came with a little phone adapter on the end. But this thing is not only a selfie stick, but you can pick the ends apart here, and it becomes a tripod at the bottom, like that. Okay, so I can set that down and take that with me instead of the one. So when I go on my walk and talk videos, let's loosen that. If I go on my walk and talks, how do I do this? There we go. I just got this today. I'll take this connection off of here because I like my own phone holder better. That's this one here. So let me just. This is what I have normally used outside for my walk and talks. This works for me because I have the quad lock case on my phone. Let me just take this little thing off the bottom. That's just a regular tripod mount that goes there. I'll put that back there and we'll set that aside. So I have my phone on this case. Sorry, I've got this quad lock case on the phone. That just goes on there and twist and it's on. Okay, so then I will screw this to this tripod. Am I doing this right? Going the wrong way. Lefty loosey, righty tighty, right? Oh, I've done it the wrong way. I want to flip it around this way because I want to use the rear camera, right? So there we go. So now I can be a little farther away from the phone if I want. Or if I want to walk away from the phone, I can set the tripod up when I'm outside. So anyway, that's number one. And I'll just take this apart now. So I'm going to give that a try for my next walk and talk video. Next, I got myself one of these. And what I'm going to do with this, that is an Insta360 camera. It's not the new one, the new X5 that just came out. This is the X4, and it came with this selfie stick here. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to do all kinds of stuff with this. I'm going to make videos with this. It's a great camera. It's a 360-degree camera, so it films all around you. But what I'm going to do is people have asked me, and I have made a video on how I do my walk and talk videos, but I thought, wouldn't it be great if I can make a video on how to do a walk and talk video while I'm doing a walk and talk video? So the plan is to somehow connect this to this, and it's going to be here, and it's going to film me. It's going to be like somebody's walking with me and film. So you're going to be able to see me and this and my phone from this. And I'm going to use that to make a video. I don't know. Am I overthinking? Is that waste of money? I don't know. I think I haven't bought myself something in a while, so I thought I'd treat myself to this. It's going to be fun to learn how to do it. But yeah, that's the plan, to make a walk and talk video showing how I make a walk and talk video. And I'll take you through the whole thing. That's only part of it. Also show you how I edit it and all that stuff afterwards. So anyway, that's my plan. Let me know what you think. Or if you have any other ideas for that 3D camera. I mean, I can hold it. It's almost like a drone if you extend it long enough. I'm going to take it on my bike as well and make a video biking on the trail with that camera on, so I can do a bike and talk, right? Video while I'm biking and talking, and you're seeing me, or you're seeing where I'm going or where I've been, and I'll have my mic on. So, well, I'm going to try some new things. That's what this whole thing is all about, right? That's what YouTube is all about, just trying new things and see what works, see what sticks. Should be interesting. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on all of that. Hello, Kate. How you doing? Kate Does Nature. Have you filled all the available spaces for your coaching course? So yes, So I think you're referring to the mentorship program. So I've got people in that, and I'm working with them, and that's going great. But I still offer coaching. So if anybody is interested in one-on-one coaching, you don't need the whole mentorship program to do that. You can just do a one-off. Like the mentorship program is basically a set of 8 coaching calls with back and forth in between the calls, and just a little bit more continuity in that, and basically homework. This is what you're going to work on until we get together next time and all that. But if you are interested at all in just a one-on-one coaching session, I have a link to that below. Yeah, you can book whatever time you want to do that. I usually try to make slots available at different times to help people in different parts of the world. So I can't even remember how I've set it up, but I know Saturday mornings I'm available, and then some evenings, some mornings, some middle of the day throughout the week. So usually there's something there for anybody, but if you're interested in that, that'd be great. So if I want to make some how-to videos, should I create a whole new channel, rebuild a new audience for that? I mean, you can, you don't have to, it depends. So here's the thing. If you already have an audience, okay, if you've already got subscribers and people who watch your videos, and if you want to all of a sudden start making different videos, and I worded that wrong, not different videos, but videos for a different audience, well, then that almost answers that question for you, right? If you want to make videos for a different audience, then you should probably create a new channel, okay? If you already have an audience and you've got a type or a niche that you're making videos for that audience, but you want to start making different videos, if you do it on that channel, if you start making videos that your existing audience is not interested in, and perhaps different people would be interested in, if you upload those videos to your existing channel, your channel likely won't grow. In fact, it might shrink. Like, people will stop watching you because YouTube is testing your new videos on your existing audience. If they don't watch it, YouTube's not going to push it out to anybody else. So you're better off just, start a new channel, put one video on it, and that one video on the new channel will probably do better than it would on a channel that has an audience, because that audience is not interested in that new video. Does that make sense? People have started successful channels with just one video. It can be done. It's not usually done with your first video ever. Usually it's people who have had a channel before on something else and just created a new, they're great at talking to a camera. They're great at editing videos. They have all the skills. They've grown a channel, but they don't like where it's going. They want to start making different stuff. Start a new channel. You now have all the skills. You can hit the ground running, right? With a new channel, one video, poof, it might do great. Okay, so I don't know if that helped to answer your question or not. Oh, nice segue right here. Chris loves stamps. Hope you're okay enjoying your videos and live streams. Was wondering, do you have plans on your second channel? I enjoyed the videos over there as well. Okay, well, so I'm just going to go there and show you guys. So here you go. Here is, let me Looks like a message from before. So there's my other channel. I do have a second channel, okay? And it's growing. I only have 4 videos on it. It's got 400 subscribers on it now. I just started that 3 months ago. And it ended up, so the reason I started that channel was because I started making videos on this channel, my channel here, about things that didn't apply to YouTube. I felt like I wanted to get more into life lesson type stuff. How to talk to old people and not, how to, like, I remember I made one video on my Rob the Maritimer channel that was about like if an older person keeps telling you the same story over and over again, don't get upset at that. Like, just let them tell their story. They're reliving their past and stuff like that. So that was kind of a very philosophical type video. And I put it on this channel, and I thought, you know what? It probably didn't belong on this channel. It did all right, but it wasn't, you know what I mean? Maybe I should have another channel for stuff like that. That's why I created this. So I created this, and I fairly quickly made 4 videos in a matter of 2 weeks. And as you can see, I haven't made a single video on it for 3 months. I ended up making retirement type videos, and they ended up doing well. Like, one of them, you can see 15,000 views. Holy cow. I haven't looked at this in a while. Okay. All right. But then the 4th one I made, no excuses, stay motivated to exercise after 50. Here's an example. Okay. I made a video, retiring at 65 is a huge mistake. Kind of a clickbaity type of title, right? 1,800 views. Wow. All right. And then what no one tells you about retirement. Okay. You can start to see a niche develop here, retirement. And then the earlier you retire, the longer you live. Live longer, right? 4.7 thousand views, 15,000 views. Retirement. Okay. Doing well. I should put another retirement video up there. I didn't want to. I wanted this to be a channel where I could just post random stuff. So I put a video out, stay motivated to exercise after 50, even in the snow. So I was not getting out for as many walks as I wanted to, and I thought, if you just push through it, force yourself to, you'd be happy. I decided to make a video about that. How'd it do? 151 views. It did horribly, right? But hey, my plan wasn't to grow this channel, and maybe if I want to keep talking about retirement, I know where I can do that or where I should do that. But if I want to pivot away from that, I'm probably going to need to make several more videos on exercise or something else, right? I don't know. It's, I mean, if you want to talk about a bunch of different things, that's what'll happen. A video might just fall flat. If I come out with a video now, another video about retirement that expands on one of the first 3, it'll probably do better than that exercise video. So anyway, but yeah, so I don't know when I'm going to post my next video on this channel. I probably should soon because it's been 3 months, and why not? So there you go. But there you go. I just plugged that channel, and that's okay. There's 400. I usually tell people you don't want to promote a channel from another channel. Different. It might be different subscribers. They may not be as interested in that thing as this thing. So just let it grow organically, right? That's what you should do. But if a few of you see that and like it and subscribe, I'm sure that's fine. Again, there's 400 subscribers there now already, so we're probably past the initial growth part. All right, let's scroll down, see if we have any other questions here. I'm going to take a quick drink break. My headache's not too bad. Not too bad. This is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, it's 5. This is day 5 with no energy drinks, no caffeine. We'll see how that goes. So far, so good. Okay, I know I'm probably missing some, but I can't stay here all day. I hope you understand. Does it, oh, I just clicked that and then it went away. Where'd it go? Does it make a difference shooting in the studio using your phone rather than a blog camera, i.e. Sony? A little bit, because so I'm using a Sony here, and when I make a video in that chair, I use a Sony with this lens. It's the lens that's good. This lens is and I can show it to you. I'm just going to hold this phone. If I hold this, press iPhone, there you go. So I'm using a Sony camera right here. That lens, that big old thing sticking off it, which got a piece of cat hair on it. That is the lens that gives me a bit of a background blur. So it's a Sigma. What is it? It's a one. There's written up the top there. Focus. 1.4 f1.4 16 millimeter lens, and that is really dusty. Now you can see, you can see how dusty that is. Yeah. So that lens makes it look much better. Than the phone. But the phone looks just fine. I think if you've got a phone, that's all you really need. Quite honestly, if I were to start right now with the knowledge I have, if I had none of this equipment, I wouldn't buy this camera. I would just use my phone. That's all I use outside. I just don't want to take these cameras outside because, they're heavy, right? I go for walks and my camera's at the end of a tripod or now a selfie stick. That gets heavy if you're walking for half an hour holding your own arm out like this, right? So yeah, it doesn't make a difference in terms of growing your channel at all. It might make a small difference in the quality of the video, but that's not going to matter. Your content is what's the most important thing. Okay, so that's probably the best way to answer that. Can I record CBC News and upload on my video? I would say no. So it's not yours, right? So it's copyrighted, so CBC. Okay, so for those who don't know, that's Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. It's a Canadian television station like CBS, ABC, CBC is what we have in Canada. So yeah, no, you can't record that. It'd be like recording CNN or Fox News or anything and uploading that on your video. If you want to play a portion of that back and comment on it, then it's okay. It's allowed under fair use. Okay, but you can't just record something that somebody else produced and put it on your channel and call it yours. You'll get a copyright strike for sure. All right, questions. How we do? We still got 100 people watching this? Wow, you guys are rock stars. It's been 2 hours and 19 minutes. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much. Again, another reminder, if I've missed your question and if you are a channel member, I am going live again tomorrow at the same time, 1 o'clock Eastern time. But it's a members only live stream. I call them doc parties. This is doc party number 4. So if you see some people in the chat here who have their name is highlighted in green and they got that little anchor beside their name, they are channel members, and they'll be in the if they're around, they can come into the live stream tomorrow. Let's see here. Oh, I see a question here, but oh wait, no. I want to use Canva for thumbnail and branding, etc. I've spent months finding the right tools. Yeah, Canva is awesome. Canva is awesome. Real quick, if I come back over here and let's just open a tab here and go Canva and click YouTube thumbnail, boom, like that. There's the right size. You don't even have to know the size because it does it for you. You can size this down. What I'll do is I'll open a video. So first I'll edit my video, okay? And then I will go to that video. And I'll play it. I'll launch it. So that just launched over there. I'll drag it down here. Here's a video, okay, that I've made. What I'll do then, since I'm on a Mac, I have a nice little shortcut. If you're on a Mac, you'll have it too. That's Command-Shift-4. Okay, that's how you take a screenshot. On a PC, I think you have to launch another program, the snippet tool, I think it's called. But let me just go Command-Shift-4. That brings up the crosshairs. I don't know if you can see this, crosshairs. I'll go up to the top here, the top left corner, click, drag. Well, first I may scrub through my video to find, but I'm just going to use this for now. And release, that creates a screenshot. All right, let's close this. Now the screenshot that just popped up in my downloads folder, I'm going to drag that down here, let it go. There we go, screenshot. I'm now going to fill out, because this is the size of the thumbnail. I'm going to make sure I completely cover the thumbnail. I might even, if I want myself to be larger, I might even do this, right? Make it, and you can reposition it however you want. Just make sure you don't leave any blank space like that showing. Cover everything. And I'm going to say right there. Okay. Now what I do is I make a copy of this. So Control-C or Command-C, Control-V. There, just made a copy of it. So I got another copy. And the reason I did that is because I want a copy of this without the background, because I want to lighten up my face. I'm too dark here. I want to lighten that up without affecting everything else. So I made another copy. I'll put it right on top of the other one. So with this one, I'm going to go click Background Remover. This you need the paid version to be able to do. Okay, just so you know. So now you can see the background is removed. See that? So this top copy, I want to make sure it's right over top of the other one. Now this one, I'm going to click on Edit with the top copy selected. And I am going to click on Adjust. And this brightness right here, make that brighter. See, I'm only affecting this. Okay, brightness. Bring the brightness up a little bit. Maybe that's better. Then I typically go down to the colors. And this kind of happens automatically. I don't have any choice as to what colors are being chosen, but there is a blue here. I may want to increase the saturation. I mean, you can do the saturation of the whole thing with this here. You know, take it all out. That takes away all the color, or all the way up. That's too saturated. But you may want to boost it here a bit. But then I select a color. So that makes the blues really blue. So see my hat? If I go all the way down, it's kind of a dull blue. So it makes the hat pop a little bit. Maybe if I want this color, if I want to boost that color a little more. That's not doing too much. Anyways, that looks good enough. I'll close that out. There we go, my thumbnail. Now I'm going to go text. I'll click one of the text headings, doesn't matter which one. I will move it. I'll make it a little bigger. I'm going to make sure it's all selected and change the font to a font you like. I like League Spartan, and I like it in uppercase letters. So this is my thumbnail. Okay, so I just typed it all in. I'll make it larger like that. I'm going to left justify it. I'm going to adjust the spacing of the lines, tighten it up. This is awfully hard to see, so let's highlight all this text and change the color. Here we go, color to white. There we go. There it is. I don't like how large it is, so we'll make it a little smaller. Maybe put it there. Now, I also usually add a drop shadow, so I can go up here and where is edit? Where did it go? Is it this? More? Oh, here we go. Effects. Effects. Shadow. That's what I want. Change the shadow to black. Right there. And transparency up on that. And that gives it a drop shadow. I can offset it more or less. See that? What that does? Okay, it just makes it pop a little better. And it also makes it show up on a lighter background as well. So there you go. So when I'm done, I go share, download, download. It's downloading to my downloads folder. So with that downloading, I'm going to I now see it. It's a PNG file. I'm going to double click it, and it opened up. Here it is, the thumbnail. I'll move this browser out of the way. Oh, I've got that there too. I've got a lot of windows open here. Anyway, there's the thumbnail. This is my thumbnail. Right? So I can then upload that. I'll put that in my project folder for the video I made, and I'll upload that to YouTube. And I usually make my thumbnails while my video is uploading to YouTube because it takes my videos like an hour to upload. I have a slow internet connection. But while that's uploading, I'll make my thumbnail, usually in 10 minutes or less. Okay, so there you go. Another demonstration for you today. And you thought this show was just about over. But that's how easy it can be. It just takes practice. The more you practice it, the faster you'll get at it. Can you recommend a drone for beginners? I'm partial to DJI. For beginners, I don't consider myself enough. Oh, I forgot. Sorry. Squaretail Fishing TV. Welcome, new channel member or crew member. Welcome. Thank you for signing up, and hope to see you tomorrow in the dock party. So yeah, drones. I'm not really a drone expert. I do have one, and it's a DJI drone. If you're nervous at all, make sure you get one that has sensors and that's not going to let you crash it. So I think mine is the, what is it called? Air 3S or something. I can't remember. I haven't used it that much, and I really should, once the weather gets better. Actually, it's not bad now. I should take it out with me sometime. It's just an extra thing to do. I would like to insert more drone footage into my videos, my walk and talk videos. Actually, that's probably what I should do. I should send the drone up and have it follow me while I'm doing a walk and talk, and then every once in a while switch to that view. That might be interesting. Anyway, all kinds of things you could do, but again, the topic of whatever the video is has to be good too. Oh, which is better for thumbnails and why, PNG or JPG? I always use PNG. I just find, I don't know why, honestly. I think of it as a newer technology, PNG, whereas JPG is JPEG images. That's older technology. I don't know. I don't think it really matters. You can use either. I just, in the habit, I use PNG now. It's newer, I guess. But I think they both work the same. I have 3,200 subs, but still get less than 10 views per video. Should I start a new channel? I would need to know more information. If you have that many subscribers, then I'm assuming maybe your channel's been around a while, so maybe your audience is different. Maybe the videos you're making today are for people that are different than your existing audience. And if that's the case, if you've switched the types of videos you're making, then yeah, make a new channel. Just start a new channel and start fresh with a put some thought into what your videos are going to be about, like a niche. And if you've got 3,200 subs, presumably you have some experience with video editing and, making videos and all that stuff. So again, like I mentioned earlier, you've got the skills. So start a new channel and start from scratch, and you'll probably be able to grow a lot faster than you did the first time. Alrighty. One more drink here. All right, I'm just going to look at I think I'm pretty much to the end of, look at the live. Let me just look at the live chat here, which is awfully small. Why is that so small? Use the drone to video how you make a walk and talk video. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna find a way to hook that Insta camera to my 2 cameras and a camera phone. Yeah, People are going to see me and like, what the heck are you doing? Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. I could have the drone as well. I'm going to crash it for sure. If I have 2 cameras in my hands and a drone following me, and there's so many trees around, well, it's not supposed to hit trees. So if I put it high enough, it shouldn't hit the trees. Yeah, that should be fun to edit too. That's how easy Canva can be. There you go. PNG tends to be bigger than JPEG, and YouTube has a 2 megabyte limit on the file size. Okay. I've never run into that as a problem though. I make my thumbnail 720p, or what's that, 1280 by 720, whatever Canva suggests, and I've never run into a problem with the file size. When starting a new channel, is that okay to repost some of your older videos? Yeah, I'd probably delete them off your existing channel first, and then, yeah, you can repost them if you want to. But then maybe that leads me to believe maybe your audience is the same. You know what I mean? In which case, you don't need to start a new channel if you're still addressing the same audience. So I'm not sure. It might just take you, if you're still making videos for the same audience, then like if the people who were interested in your older videos will be interested in your newer videos, then I would just do it on the same channel. But if you do decide, if you are making a pivot a little bit to different videos, different niche, and you do start a new channel, don't delete the old channel. I mean, if you ever want to repost a video, if there was some overlap, I would probably delete that video off of the old channel first, because I don't think YouTube loves duplicate videos, right, on the same channel. I don't think they like that. So I would delete that first, and then you can. Get the chest mount for the Insta360, no hands. I've thought of that. I'm getting a little mount for my handlebar of my bike, and I think I can use that to attach to this as well. Just clip onto that, and the 360 will stick out like that, and I'll be able to, anyway, it's going to take some getting used to, I think, but there's all kinds of possibilities. You said about a new channel. You said about new channel, how would you move them from one to another without duplication? Yeah, so I would delete it off of your, well, as long as you have a copy of your video, I would delete it off of YouTube, off of the old channel, and then you can re-upload it on the new channel, is what you could do. You have to really think about what you're doing, like why you're doing it though. Like if that channel's not working well with the videos that are on it, right, then why would you repost a video from that channel on your new channel if you're starting anew? You know what I mean? So I might be missing something there, unless you had one video do really well, and you want to kind of start with that one on the new channel and then go from there. You know, then it might make sense. Lots of YouTubers post their videos twice. Give the new video a new title. Okay, no, I hadn't really thought or heard of that. Does that new gadget fit the iPad mini? Oh, this? With this here. I don't know. I wouldn't think so. I would not think so, no. But all you would need to do, I'm sure there is something similar to this for the iPad mini, that all you need is a regular, what's it called, a quarter thread or whatever, quarter 20 I think they might be called, just a regular camera thread on the bottom, and then you can attach it to this. So there's probably one, right? So that's what you got on the bottom of this. This is the tripod. If you go to, one second here, I'll do a little bit of investigating for you. How's that? If we go iPad mini tripod mount. There you go. I share that with you. iPad mini tripod mount. Yeah, you can get something like that. And as long as the bottom like this, that would work just fine. Something like this. Okay, it's $16 Canadian. So that's probably around, I don't know, $10 to $12, something like that, US. That would work on the end of a selfie stick. Sure. There you go. Going shopping. Hi, RMW. How you doing? All right, guys. You know what? I think if I've missed your question, I apologize. I know I had to go quickly to get down through the end. We're coming up on 3 hours here, so I do have to end this. Again, for those of you who are channel members, feel free to stop in tomorrow. I'll be live again, Doc Party number 4. If you're not a channel member and you want to check that out, hit the join button below and you can join. It's a small monthly fee. I don't know. I want to say it's $3.99, $3.99 US maybe per month, something like that. $4.99 Canadian, I think. Anyway, I'm not sure. I had to enter it as Canadian, and they convert it automatically for those of you who are in the States or wherever you are. But yeah, feel free to do that. Again, I've got those free resources in the links below. If you're interested, you can download those. If you're interested in coaching, somebody mentioned that earlier today. I'm available for that as well. I still have some slots available for that, even though I'm doing the mentorship program. I've got one of those calls a little later on, about an hour and a half from now. So that'll be fun. Yeah, thanks. If there's anything else you'd like to see me do a live stream about, let me know. Once this live stream is over, you can let me know in the comments below. Right now we're chatting, but once the live stream is over, you can't chat anymore. You'll be able to leave a comment though. Okay, so again, thank you. Love doing these. These are lots of fun. Video coming up next. I don't know. I think I'm going to have a video before the end of the week. I just don't know what it's going to be about yet. Mental health and YouTube is something that I've been thinking about making a video about, so it might be that. So maybe by Friday I can have that. And there's something else I wanted to make for tomorrow. I might be running out of time. We'll see. All right. Anyways, thanks guys. Good to see you again. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next live stream or video. Have a great day.